Organizations throughout the world are in the midst of an arms race. It's not a nuclear arms race or anything like that, but it's an arms race to become a digital enterprise. But what exactly is a digital enterprise? That's what I'm going to talk about here today. My name is Eric Kimberling. I'm the CEO of Third Stage Consulting. We're an independent consulting firm that helps clients throughout the world reach their third stage of digital transformation success. And when we're talking to organizations, a lot of times they're coming in with the attitude and the mentality that they want us to help them become a digital enterprise. And a lot of times we ask ourselves, well, what exactly is a digital enterprise? What does that mean? And that's exactly what I want to talk about here today is what is a digital enterprise and what can you do to become more of a digital enterprise with a digital mindset? Now, a lot of the concepts I'm going to talk about here today are also captured in our digital transformation report. It's an annual report we publish each year that talks about emerging technologies, best practices for digital transformation, even has independent software reviews and rankings. So I encourage you to download that report to augment the information I'm going to share with you here today. Before I jump in and talk about what a digital enterprise is, it's important to understand what a digital enterprise is not. This is almost as important as the things that it is. And one thing that being a digital enterprise is not is outsourcing your digital transformation initiative to a third party. A lot of times organizations will reach out to a big system integrator or a big consultancy or a big software vendor in the hopes that they will provide them the silver bullet to make them a digital enterprise. Now, don't get me wrong, those vendors can provide the enablers or potential enablers of becoming a digital enterprise, but that's providing just one input of many that's going to be required to become a digital enterprise. And of course, I'll share with you what those other pieces are beyond technology. And being a digital enterprise is not necessarily picking the best, sexiest, most modern, fanciest technologies that are out there. It could be, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It doesn't mean that you're picking the best technology. It doesn't even mean that you're picking a plethora of technologies. So that's something to keep in mind too, is that does not necessarily make you a digital enterprise simply because you've went out and spent a bunch of money on technology. So if it's not those two things, then what is a digital enterprise? That's what I'm going to talk about next. The first foundational piece of being a digital enterprise is long-term strategic alignment. Now you may be asking yourself, what does long-term strategic alignment have to do with becoming a digital enterprise? I thought we were here to talk about technology. It has a lot to do with it, and that is because without having strategic alignment internally, as an executive team with all your key stakeholders and as an organization as a whole, you're not going to become a digital enterprise. You just aren't going to. Doesn't matter what you do with technology, doesn't matter how much you invest in it, you're just not going to be unless you invest heavily in strategic alignment. And the reason this is so important to becoming a digital enterprise is because we need to have clarity on what being a digital enterprise is to us and what does our digital transformation look like for us as an organization and as a team. We have our own unique strategic goals and objectives. We have our own unique position in the market. We have our own unique ways of servicing our customers. And so we need to become a digital enterprise that supports those things and those goals. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that you have a clear vision of what it is you're trying to accomplish, what you want to look like as a digital enterprise, and ultimately how technology and digital transformation work streams can help you get there. So first and foremost, be sure you have that internal alignment on what it is you want to be when you grow up as an organization. The next key component or prerequisite of becoming a digital enterprise is targeting and investing in high-value technology and ignoring the rest. Too often organizations think that more is better, and in many cases less is more. And in many cases, investing in the newest, most bleeding edge technology is not necessarily the right answer for you as an organization. In some cases it may be, but not always. So it's important to first understand who you are as an organization, understand where you're trying to go as an organization, and that's why that strategic alignment that I mentioned is so important. Once you understand that strategic alignment, you have that strategic alignment, now it becomes more clear to us what types of technology or technologies we want to invest in first in our quest to become a digital enterprise. For example, if you're a high growth organization that values flexibility and the entrepreneurial spirit that you've built as an organization, it might be that being a digital enterprise to you is having technologies that allow you to be nimble and flexible and responsive to changing market needs. So that might lead you down the path of more customer-facing technologies like marketing automation or CRM or Salesforce management types of technologies. It could be e-commerce types of technologies. There's a lot of different technologies that are more customer-facing that might be more appropriate for that type of organization. Or another example would be you're a multinational organization. You've acquired a bunch of companies throughout the world, and now you look up and realize you've got fragmented operations, and you're trying to create a single operating model across the organization. Becoming a digital enterprise for you might be deploying a enterprise-wide ERP system that helps you automate and standardize more of your business processes. Two very different examples, but two very different definitions of what a digital enterprise might look like for those two example organizations. So the key here is to understand what it is you're trying to accomplish and then find the technology that's going to best help you get there. Becoming a digital enterprise also entails a certain amount of self-sufficiency. You can certainly hire experts, and you should hire experts to help you through the process, but you don't want to become over-dependent on those third-party experts. Ultimately, in order to become a truly digital enterprise, you need to have internal competencies around change, around technology, program management, process improvement, all the things that make a digital enterprise, and all the things that you can benefit from by being a digital enterprise. So instead of just looking for technologies that you want to implement and deploy throughout your organization, you also want to look at how do we build competencies to help us be more self-sufficient, to manage these sorts of digital technologies and initiatives better ourselves in the future, and how can we ensure that the third-party providers we hire, the third-party consultants and vendors and system integrators we hire, are helping us do that. The problem here is that our industry is broken. The digital transformation consulting industry is broken and it's corrupt. And there are too many organizations that look out for their own self-interest, which are to bill more hours and to create a learned helplessness with their clients, which results in more revenue and profits for them. But for you, the organization, your best interests are creating those competencies in-house, which make the consultants' jobs obsolete over time, and that's what you want. You want a consultant that's working their way out of a job the entire time they're working with you. And by the way, that's one of our philosophies at Third Stage Consulting, is that we don't want to be your partner long-term, not because we don't like you, but because we know it's not healthy and it's not sustainable and it's not effective for us to be too dependent on by our clients. So it's important for you to build those competencies in-house and to work with a partner that can help you build those competencies and train and share that knowledge with you so that your organization can lead the charge going forward. At the end of the day, being a digital enterprise means an ability to change and innovate. Whatever you're experiencing today as an organization, whatever your organization looks like today, and what your customers look like today, and what the market looks like today, is going to look very different in the future. So you as an organization, to become a successful digital enterprise, need to be adaptable and flexible and innovative. And so we want to be thinking of ways that we not only implement digital technologies, but ways that we also implement business processes and organizational structures, roles and responsibilities and change initiatives that allow us to be more continuously innovative, responsive, flexible, and able to adjust and roll with the changes. So in my opinion, that is what a digital enterprise looks like. And those are some of the key components that you need to include in your quest to become a digital enterprise. Now, for more information and tips and best practices on how to become a digital enterprise and how to manage a digital transformation, I encourage you to download some of the links and some of the resources I've included below. Most notably, we have our annual digital transformation report, which is an annual report that has a number of best practices and benchmarks, software reviews, independent rankings of different technologies to help you guide and plan for your digital transformation. We also have an ebook called Lessons from 1,000 Digital Transformations. It provides 20 different tips and lessons learned from helping over 1,000 organizations through their digital transformations over the years. So I encourage you to download those two papers and ebooks, as well as other resources that I've included links to in the description field below. So I hope you found this information useful and hope you have a great day. Organizations throughout the world are facing something really important. You like how I give instructions to myself on camera? Like, no, Eric, don't say that. Eric, you said that wrong. The first thing